Welcome back to Reynolds Acres Family Farm, guys. Today, I know I told you guys there's going to be a lot of harvest videos. We got so busy, a lot of breakdowns. I'll be honest with you, I forgot to record a lot of stuff. We've been out working on a custom harvest job out here. It's about 75 acres. Today we're planning on wrapping it up. It's going to be the last day of harvest for us, hopefully. So I wanted to bring you guys along, kind of show you what it's been like this year. I think we got a lot of our kinks worked out and got the combine filled up. We're getting the cab swept out right now because we're waiting on beans to dry a little bit. But hopefully we'll be rolling here pretty soon. I'll talk to you guys when we get back to the field. Well, guys, pods are still a little tough with it being overcast this morning. They ain't drying down as quick as I thought. So what we're gonna do is kind of give you what we keep in the cab. Of course, a lot of blue shop towels plugging all the holes where the dust likes to come in. Trying to cut down as much as we can. Keep our 6.5 Creedmoor in here. You never know when you're going to see a coyote run across the field. Got to drop them. Keep the 22 in here. Rabbits, they're good eating. Blue shop towels, a glass cleaner, brick of 22, broom and dustpan for cleaning out the cab. You got to keep your spittoon there. Other than that, I don't keep much in my cab. I keep a pry bar, which I have set now. My combine wrench, which is sitting right there right now because I've been sweeping out the cab here this morning. But basically, when I get down here in the morning, we take and we go through, check all our chains, check all our belts, make sure everything's good and tight, check our tires, top her off with fuel over here, grease everything. Then make sure all our sections and stuff that are in our chopper are good, which everything looks pretty good in there right now. Then we come up here to the front and we start going through, making sure all our guards are good, all our sickle sections are good, all our bats are good. They're a little beat up, but they're getting switched at the end of the year, hopefully to poly fingers. What else we got? Check our hydraulic oil over there by the cab door. Check our engine oil. Check our coolant. Then we come over here, make sure these chains are all good. The other day I had sheared all these bolts, so I had to put new bolts in it. And the chain was stiffer than the 2x4, so I went ahead and put a new chain on it. Probably need to put new chains all around the whole machine. That'll probably happen after harvest. But that's pretty much what we got to do before we could start running for the day. Make sure our strings are still tight here. My plate's gotten a little beat up, so I used some bale twine to hold it in place. But it's been running fairly good. And now we're just waiting on beans to dry, and I'll get back with you when we get to the field. Well, guys, this harvest video was a bust. We sheared a pitman arm about 20 foot into the row. So we're driving 24 miles home at 12 miles an hour. It'll be a long one. I'll get you some videos on getting this bitch all fixed up for next year, I guess. Wish I had caught some more. I do have a little bit of footage from earlier in the year I might throw in here at the end for you. Just keep in mind it'll be kind of hodgepodge, so the audio probably won't make sense. Well, guys, so here's one of our breakdowns. This is the morning after our first night of running. Sheared a couple chains, plugged up all the internals of the combine pretty good. Sawzall with a wood cutting blade was a good friend in this situation. Was able to help us get everything out, and got it fixed within a couple hours, and then got back to running. Alright, so this right here, we just finished up one of the farms that we combined of our own. We're heading up north a little ways to a buddy of mine. He lets me borrow his gravity wagon, so we're heading up to help him combine. We get in up there, we start combining, moving really slow. Ended up frying a fuel shutoff solenoid in the carburetor. That cost me about $400, give or take, to get a new one. Then once we got that done, we were able to kick up to about 5 mile an hour, 4 or 5 mile an hour, about what you'd combine in a newer combine. this machine handles that 13-foot head really well. She'll just sit there and eat the beans right up, especially if they're good and dry. Definitely a machine I love having. Been a good learning experience for me. Learned a lot about it this year. Just something that you don't learn working with a brand new machine, because you don't have a lot of these problems. And where I'm at now, it's nice having those problems. Hauling in that wagon, like I said, my buddy lets me borrow it. I help him combine some stuff in return. Not a bad deal on my end, because I really don't have the capital right now to buy my own wagon, but plan is to hopefully this year, coming into 2022, get a wagon that I have my own, and probably start pulling it behind the tractor, because the pickup really doesn't like pulling that at 25,000 pounds. So that's kind of the plans moving forward with hauling. It was a long year, but I think in the end we made out pretty good. So I think that's just about all I got here. A little bit more combine footage. I think that's actually might be part of the same footage where I just mixed in some music and stuff for a couple TikToks or something like that. I don't remember. But overall, a good year. Would love for you guys to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more as we get into fixing that combine up. Planter's getting ready to get rebuilt, and a whole bunch of other stuff getting ready to happen.